Hello everybody, welcome to Rat Chat, a new show from the Film Rats designed to be a little outside of the box of the typical format. No ranked lists here, just a little talk, a little yap, still all things movies, but in a little bit of a different style, talking about movie topics or movie spotlights, that sort of thing. On the show today, we are here to be your idols. We are doing a movie spotlight on K-Pop Demon Hunters. On the show with me today, I have Dylan.
Hi.
Jordan.
Hello.
And I'm your host, Xander. Welcome to the show, everybody.
We should all have said 안녕하세요. That's what they all do on the interviews.
Is that thank you?
It's hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
감사합니다. Thank you.
Oh.
감사합니다 for listening. I don't know how to say listening. So yeah, I mean, K-Pop Demon Hunters, huge movie this year. And we wanted to do a little spotlight episode on it. Dylan, the biggest K-Pop Demon Hunters fan I know.
To me, it's like, I'm not surprised how big it is because I feel like even as when we were teenagers, it was like, there's this thing where it's like K-pop and it's like might be big, but like you had to actually actively look into it. But I feel like now it's like so
ubiquitous. It's everywhere.
It's just like a little girl in Illinois in the middle of nowhere is like, I love like BTS and like Jimin is my favorite person. I'm like, how do you find out about that as like
I mean, it's definitely gone worldwide somehow. I remember hearing about BTS. That was definitely the first group that I heard about, and more friends around me were like getting into it. And I think just when you get into it, like you discover literally a whole country's worth of music. Like that was like the gateway, and I never got super into it, but it's really cool to see like how it's blown up. Xander and I were at the mall the other day and we saw like a whole group of kids like dancing to the K-Pop Demon Hunters soundtrack at the mall.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I am part Korean. I'm Korean American, and it's been an insane thing to kind of watch the explosion of the Korea boom in the world in the last 10 years, because growing up, it was just not a thing that existed anywhere else outside of like really small specific spaces for it. There was never Korean movies in theaters. You couldn't get gochujang at the like regular grocery store. We used to go to like the H Mart or Korean grocery stores, and it's crazy now how it's just everywhere.
Everyone's tuning into like how fun Asia is, which is cool.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm not super well versed in the music, but I do recognize that it's like everywhere now. And like, again, I had only known BTS, but now like Blackpink is huge, and like so many other, like there are stores in the mall that are dedicated to K-pop fandoms. Like they're just called like the K-pop store, which is, it's cool because I love that like people have that for the thing that they want to like obsess over.
Yeah, it's been a crazy boom, honestly, just in the last few years. But it's led to this.
Yeah.
K-Pop Demon Hunters. I honestly, when Jordan and I watched it, I think the first thing that Jordan said, like after the opening scene, was I've never seen a more Dylan movie.
Yeah. It was like made for you. Like the way that the characters are designed, the comedic timing, the music, the like high intensity, like something is flashing on a frame like every 5 seconds. It was just like made for you and for your taste.
I feel like it is like a perfect mix of like everything, because like, I mean, I consider myself, I'm not gonna be like, I'm not a millennial, but I also feel like I'm on the cusp of like being super into the internet.
Yeah, you are.
And I think one has like those like, it's like Coco Melon kind of like visuals where you're just like watching it and you're like, oh, like this is very like funny to look at.
Yeah.
And then also as a kid that grew up on like Avatar and anime, like it's funny that the characters are like shoving bibimbap into their face and they're like slurping on noodles.
It did have like a lot of anime timing with like the character reactions.
But yeah, it just reminds me so much of like Avatar, where it's like you have this like serious like character that's like going through something, and then it's like they break out and their like eyes bulge out.
Yeah.
I love the off-model stuff.
And it's just like you just don't know that as if you don't like watch anime, like you just are not understand. It's not like American like animation. It's like the like weird anime like haha, like this character's eyes got big and their face got huge and their body got small. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
And the music's really good.
Yeah, definitely. And I think thematically too, the whole like demon hunter element was something that really spoke to me as a movie watcher, just because like, I mean, I love vampire slayers and those like dark stories, and the main character here being like part demon, but also like a demon hunter. I just found that to be like a really interesting conflict, almost like Vampire Diaries when Selena is a vampire. You know, like I was like, oh, I'm hooked. Like I love this.
It is a really smart device, I feel like, to cross over we're talking about how huge of a phenomenon K-pop is. I guess you could just make a K-pop movie about a group, do like a fake K-pop group thing, the rise to success, but to take K-pop and what it represents, the songs, the dancing, the style and all of that, and then mesh it with also this demon action thing. I think they actually marry together really, really well.
It also makes sense because like the whole K-pop process of becoming like an idol is like, it's the best of the best. Like,
right,
you are the top dancer, singer, whatever. So like,
they
why
go to boot camp basically?
Like,
don't they?
why wouldn't you also be able to demon hunt? Like,
you're so strong and like powerful.
Like,
and
it seems so natural.
Well, and to that point too about it's like the best of the best, the cream of the crop. Making it then the movie basically boils down to a battle of the bands is such a fun device for how are they fighting these demons? Oh, they're trying to win over the fans. They want to be the best band.
Yeah, and then obviously I always love an enemies to lovers story, and like I
guess I do too.
The way that it's handled here with the music and like the character designs, like I was all in.
I agree. I think it's more like, for me, it's like, it's not the like enemies to lovers. It could be, but I think I like more like their flirtatious, like they're because they're both respectively like lead vocal, which in the K-pop group is like, you're the leader, you're the captain.
They're like the front men.
So it's like the fact that they, outside of their group, both knowing like, oh, we're gonna flirt and I'm gonna fight with you, but like nobody else knows. I'm like, ooh, it's juicy.
And like, especially like through a musical duet, like there could not be anything more that I would love.
I mean, if anything, it's more obvious that it was like, one, written by an Asian person, and two, it was like written by a woman. Like, she knew where to put those little spicy touches to be like, as much as Huntrix like slays, like they also eat food but like wear pajama to like meet a boy. Like, it's like
they go to spa.
They go to spa.
Yeah, the one thing that I love about this movie is that like they are super like slay girls and they're so talented at their jobs, like the music and demon slaying, but on top of that, like you said, like they're real people. They're three-dimensional. We see behind the curtain a little bit, which I just love, because so often when like old princess movies and stuff, like you don't really get that humanity to like the magical characters who are, the ones that are going to save the day. And I feel like this was a good example of having a character with like an internal conflict, but also you see her being really good at something, but also like she kind of feels real, like kind of feels like someone that you could be,
When then her internal conflict is affecting her talent, right?
Yeah.
She's literally losing
and her
the ability to
relationships,
sing.
like with her friends and stuff, which I thought was also like done well.
Yeah, I mean, thematically too, I think the movie is hiding your true self, not letting yourself be seen. We're talking about this Korea boom. I feel like in America, the perspective of it is a little bit like, it wasn't super cool to be Asian. Like, I'll just go more general. And now this is, like you said, Dylan, like it's becoming exciting for people that's like a cool thing. There's a culture there that is being celebrated. And I think that there's something cool about Rumi hiding her true self and realizing that just be yourself. And that is, people will accept you and people will love you for that.
Not to turn it into like a therapy session, but I remember after watching it, I was like, I texted my aunt, who I'm really close with, and I was like, is there something to say about the fact that this movie and Turning Red is like both about like young Asian people who are like burdened by like an immigrant parent being like, I need to hide the fact that I'm like not normal.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you guys okay? Like, I texted her because she's from that generation that's like,
sure,
20, 30 years behind. And I was like, are you good? Like, are you guys good? I was like, that's what I thought was really interesting. That's the message I took away too.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm only part Korean. I'm only a quarter Korean. So I'm very white passing. And it was never a thing to accentuate that part of you, because people either just said, you're not Korean, what are you talking about, you're lying to me, or it went, oh, that's weird. And so it's really exciting that we're in a time when people are being excited about culture in a positive way. And you said it, Jordan, we saw little kids at the mall dancing and singing to K-pop Demon Hunters. They weren't Korean kids, just people enjoying stuff because it's enjoyable. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to see yourself on a screen to get something out of it. And I think that is really positive about this. And the film actually revolves around that too. You can be part demon and still be an idol, still be a pop star still be what you need to be.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it before, I think, on this podcast, but I think there is something that is stronger when there's more specificity in a movie for like a character arc or something like that. And here we have the K-pop culture and we have this demon hunting culture that they, you know, create in the movie. And most American children who are watching that don't have either, like they're not in K-pop camp and they're not hunting demons, I would assume. But I think like the good versus evil and just like being able to be confident in who you are and, you know, overcome your own personal conflicts. I think when it's set with this backdrop of that specificity, it's like a stronger message compared to something like A Wish that came out a couple years ago, where there's nothing there is like really relatable because it's so bland and
Sure,
it's so generic.
Yeah.
And
didn't even watch it.
like, I just think there's nothing for people to connect to. Like that movie is just good versus bad. And you're like, oh, okay, but like this movie is good versus bad, but there's like depth and specificity, which
and always love. Too, like you said, when you get super specific, you can always extrapolate that. Like I, as a Korean American, am interpreting some of this as being true to your heritage, but it doesn't have to be your heritage. It can be
Dylan
like
and I are not Korean, but like we relate to the characters just having like
being true to myself. I want to be an artist or whatever the thing is. Like it is a universal message just wrapped in a Korean story.
I also love the animation style.
It's so good.
I think Sony animation has really been killing it the last couple of years.
They've been incredible.
But I think this one stands apart even from some of their other, like I loved Mitchell's versus Machines was them too, right? Yeah. And like this is a similar feeling to that one, but
the way they dance, like I love when it's like they punch into the dance movements.
Like there are like frames missing.
But like that's how K-pop is. Like you don't like flousy the dance movement because if you do that, like no offense, but you get eliminated from the camp. So it's like I love that they like punched into the fact that like it's like, oh, like it's sharp, it's lines, it's like you create formations, like that's the whole point of your group.
Yeah,
they did. I saw some really cool behind the scenes on this of them actually getting real I mean, there are a lot of K-pop people worked on this, writing songs and doing the dances, and they have all this reference footage of the dances and then the translation of it into the animation where it's even like the dancers are incredibly talented and so spot on, and then you get to the animation, it's like, oh, it's so crisp, like you said, Jordan, like maybe like they took out some frames, just the way that the movement is done, it just is so eye-catching, and
it just like it also adds to like the addiction quality because it's like it's one of those like human things where you're just like, why is that entertaining to me? Like everything else in the movie is like adding to me being addicted to watching it, and then you like get into like characters like just like hitting a pose and you're like, you know, when they're all like bop and you're like, why do I like that so much?
Like so
your brain is like, I don't know what's going on.
Well, and then too, into the action, I feel like the way that the choreography is handled in the action is also really great. I mean, action to music I think is always good. So here we go, you said the music in this is really great and really fun, and the animation style being so punchy, being so fluid, being so quick, it, when you transition from the dancing into the action, it feels like one and the same, like flip sides of the same coin. And I think that that's really impressive to have a visual style that works for both of those things. We've compared dance to action on the podcast before with stuff like Jackie Chan. And I feel like this movie is taking that to the actual one-to-one comparison thing.
Yeah.
But it's so impressive to do it, like you just mentioned, Jackie Chan, where I think there's some human spectacle element to watching Jackie Chan where you're just like, oh wow, someone's like doing this and that's why you're impressed. But like here it's animation, so you know that it's not real, but it's still so impressive because of how well it's done. It's not quite the same thing as like watching someone perform at the Olympics or Jackie Chan where you're just like, wow, a human can do that.
I think
like,
it makes sense. Like
it's like the art style
in
is so
my brain,
satisfying.
it's like I'm looking at like a light, you know, like when like people are like at raves and they just like are watching a ball of light like go like this.
Yeah.
And it's like circling through the air, but like they do that with animation where it's like even if the one character changes, it's still in the same place, and then you're following the same little ball, and then it like goes farther and it goes away, and you're like, oh,
that's
like,
so interesting.
It's like a little Coco Melon. Like you're just like, my eye is so easily watching this as opposed to like, I don't know, like a hard hitting drama where it's like start cut, and you're like, okay, like
it's very fluid, it's very smooth.
Yeah,
what you're talking about, like the character stuff, the weapons transitioning into each other, all that kind of stuff.
It's just like so easy to watch, and you're just like, another layer of the addiction.
Yeah, the color scheme is also like satisfying to the eye.
Yeah, even like the delicious food.
Yeah, it
like,
looks
you
good.
see
It
them
looks
slurping
good.
on noodles, and you're like, I want noodles. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell? I feel like if I'm addicted to any of the food in the movie, it's like when they're on the couch, they're just like, I was like, oh, I want all that. I want the couch. I want the relaxation.
I thought you were gonna say the ab popcorn.
That is funny. I love when she says no more abs. That's my favorite line in the movie.
Cuts the abs
I was like,
off.
I need her sensibility in life to be like, no more abs.
Abs have had too much power over you for too long.
I was like, I love that part.
Yeah, I like how distinct the personalities of the three main girls in Huntrix are also. Like, I think they blend together really well, and they're like, you understand why they're friends, but they have like a fun dynamic where they kind of keep each other in check.
Do you guys have a fave?
Mira for me.
That tracks. I like Zoe, Korean American, the lyricist.
I think I just like Rumi.
Yeah, that's fair. One of
I
each.
mean, like another
all
thing.
three.
I mean, another thing to tune into is like that I really liked is that like that's such a K-pop thing where it's like the
You have your
whole.
one.
Well, the whole point of the merchandising is that like we don't want 4 roomies. What would be the point of that?
Yeah.
Like you pick the one that you like, and then we build. So it's
I
like,
love it personally, like as an
It's like-
OG
but it's,
like
like,
pop
fun.
punk girly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
like I'm a Ryan Ross girl. Like that's
Sure,
never gonna
sure.
change. But
It's
like,
if each of the
I
girls
just
was a
love
different
that. Yeah,
Taylor
yeah.
Swift, like
Yeah.
you're like, oh, like I want all the roomie merch. Like
Yeah.
that's how I am with normal artists.
it's like the Avengers.
it's-
Like people are like, oh, I'm
it's
Iron
such
Man,
a
I'm
genius
Spider-Man. Like
thing to
it's,
do. Like
yeah, it's
yeah,
cool.
it's so good.
Yeah, it's a really fun movie.
I think Junu's backstory is also really interesting. That he like has an amazing voice, but like he traded it and like his own personal drama. Like it kind of goes back to like the trauma that you're talking about. Like I don't know, it sets up an interesting backstory for a villain that you kind of have empathy for, which in my opinion is like where you get the best villain backstories.
You think you could fix him?
Well, yeah, obviously, but
I was like thinking about this on the ride here, and I was like, it's something that I didn't grow up with, but I was like, maybe it's like, because what's so nice to see is like when you go to this, you see the sing along TikToks, and it's like all the young girls like screaming about Jinu and Rumi, and I'm like, what is it about girls that loves the 130-year-old man?
yeah, no, it's like literally, yeah, it's like their Vampire
But
Diaries.
that's what I really like about the movie too, because like my cousins have been like, no, Dylan, there's like so much yearning.
Of
There's like so
course,
much
of
will they, won't
course.
they?
It's all about the
course.
urine.
And then I was like, the 130-year-old man, why is that a
That's girl
category?
101.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
think
like
there's just
learning
something
about all
that's
those
so
things
like
too.
he's been tortured for years. Like he's been dealing with this
Oh
internal
my
conflict,
God.
and
Well,
it is that I can fix him a little bit.
But also, you know, it's the, are you defined by one mistake, by one moment of weakness? Does that make you a demon forever?
Mm-hmm. Well, and then what does that say about her also, because she is part demon and she's lived her entire life being a demon hunter. Her mother figure is like telling her that she has to hide herself, and it's, I don't know, it's just like a lot. Like,
But like it's that's like also like I just never think about the things because I don't consume content that like has that at the source. But like
Mhm.
it's like the shared pain and like
Yeah.
the we're hiding away in the like nighttime sky, like singing together.
Dylan has to read some books.
But I was like, I know Romeo and Juliet, but I was like, why is this such a like? Because I'm always like, why is this? This is so sad. Like, why is this something that like gets people going? But I guess it does. Like,
Yeah, I think for me at least, and I think for a lot of people, men in pop culture tend to be very like masculine and closed off and not very emotional. Like that's like toxic masculinity, obviously, right? Like that's what the American stereotype of like a man is. And I think there's something that's so appealing to women and people who are interested in men romantically to see like the breakdown of a man, like being a human, how you feel. Because in movies and in TV and in books, like so often men are just like stone cold. Like they just have like intellectual thoughts, not emotional thoughts. And I think a lot of young boys are taught to be that way, but like we're all human. Most people don't only experience life that way. So I think there's something so attractive for people who are attracted to men to be like, oh, I want to see like the breakdown, like the emotional breakdown.
yeah, because
of a
like when I
person.
talk to my cousins who are all girls, they're like, "Free is the best song."
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I like a lot of other songs better than that one.
There's just something like so satisfying about like a villain, like a stone cold fox being like having a soft spot for someone. Like it's like Kylo and Rey, you know, like he's evil, but not for her. Like it's just, oh, it's so good.
I'm just so simple. I'm like Zoe when she sees Abby and she's like, hey, so. Like, that's just me. I was like, okay, like, I ship.
Yeah, I do really like the Rumi Genu scenes. I love the cat. I love the bird. And I like that they're both hiding their true selves and trying to be real with each other for maybe the first time ever, and how that blossoms into their relationship.
Yeah, and I like that they both kind of need each other to be the best versions of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like he does the last right thing, obviously, and then she is like her strongest self, not because of him, but because he empowered her to be. And like she has the self-confidence to be like, this is who I am and it's okay. And I think this movie specifically does a good job with those themes because the music is so good and impactful. Like that finale song, which is the last song.
What It Sounds Like.
Yeah, What It Sounds Like. I was like on the edge of my seat. I was like dancing with them. I was like, let's go. But that helps so much, right? Versus it just being like all done in dialogue. Like the fact that it's at a concert, like
they harmonize.
Yeah,
the fans come. The fans are also just like, oh, like maybe I should, take some lessons away too. And it's like, oh, it's cute. Like it's a human thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of the songs, do you guys want to do a little bonus ranking of some of the songs?
Sure.
So I know you just said that Free was some of your cousin's favorites, but I just picked the pop songs.
Okay.
So I've got 5. You guys we can all give our ranking of them. So we've got Soda Pop, Golden, Takedown, Idol, and What It Sounds Like. How would you guys rank those songs?
What It Sounds Like.
The pop
What
ones.
It Sounds Like is my favorite because I feel like
I agree.
That's the
Yeah,
part of
I
the
agree
movie
too.
where like my like hairs stand up and
Yeah.
I'm like, the girlies are coming together.
The harmonies are so good.
The
They're
harmony
so
is
good.
sealing. I was like, what is going? I'm into this. It's also such a good movie in the movie because it's like, I love when Rumi realizes that like bashing the other group is not going to raise them
Yes.
up. And I'm just like, that's a good lesson to teach
Of course,
kids because it's like good that kids know that. It's like, focus on yourself. Like, don't think about other people.
Yeah.
Like,
everyone can win in their own
and then when
ways,
they're
yeah.
all like, oh, maybe we should make a song about how all 3 of us are like best friends and we are so talented together. I'm like, that's a banger.
Yeah.
And then also the song itself is like,
It's so good.
And the fact that they get white costumes at the end, like Sailor Moon transformation, like,
Yeah.
moment, like that's
100%,
amazing.
100% Sailor Moon vibes.
I was like, they did it. They were going for it and they ate. But
I think Takedown is my least favorite.
Yeah, because you don't like the diss track.
Yeah. Maybe honestly for the same reasons.
Second, it's funny because like it's not a positive song, but it's like Your Idol. Like I love how addicting that song is.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
It's funny because the music is so impressively done. We're shouting out how well What It Sounds Like fits that moment, and I feel like Idol too. You kind of get into it, and you're like, they're literally talking about stealing your souls and all this stuff, but you're like, man, it does like capture you. It does suck you in. And that's like the whole point is that they've literally hypnotized everybody into coming to them to get eaten by Guima.
I just think it's also like such the fun. That's like the best part of like any like Disney movie is like the villain song where when it like bangs, it like bangs. And that one is like, okay, like we're about to basically kill everyone in this stadium, but let me hit you with a track that you can't resist. And they really do. And you're like,
yeah,
okay.
Golden's pretty good. I think I like Golden better than Soda Pop.
I think
Soda Pop's cute.
I think I'm flipped.
You like Soda Pop better?
Yeah. Just because it's like the villain intro music.
Yeah.
And also I love it, like kind of what we were just talking about where it's like Your Idol's the one where it's like I'm stealing your soul. It's like the front end of that where it's like I'm gonna steal your soul, but in a very like lighthearted way.
Yeah.
Like you don't even realize.
And I love when it shows all the like, oh, like let me show the grandmas dancing.
I love the harmonies, dude. I have in my note. I love the harmonies.
To the boys with the abs, and they're all so cute. And I also think that's when like the girls realize their weaknesses a little bit when they're like,
it's a great scene in the movie.
Like, I love the boys a little bit. Like I shouldn't. Like
the shoulders
I'm gonna lose
bopping.
to them, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your ranking overall?
So first
What It
is
Sounds Like.
What It Sounds Like. For me, 2 is Your Idol. 3 is Soda Pop, but Soda Pop is 4 for you, Jordan. And then 4 for me is Golden. And
last is Takedown.
Yeah. I'm just the same as him, but those 2, 3, and 4 are swapped.
Yeah, I think I'm with you, Jordan. I would put Golden above Soda Pop.
Yeah, I like Golden. It's good. They played a little too much in the movie, but like it's like repetitive.
Yeah,
but
that's
what's
fair.
like really actually crazy to me is like I watched that movie and I was like, I wouldn't have thought Golden would be like Billboard Hot 100 #1 track for like 5 weeks in a row. Like that's crazy.
Everyone stands Huntrix.
Yeah, it's a big moment for the K-pop Demon Hunters.
overall, just a really, really fun movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Part of me doesn't want them to make a sequel, but
That's
will.
fair.
You know they will.
I just think
Sony's
Sony's
kicking themselves, dude.
I was like, I don't know. I was like, should we talk about the fact that they thought it was worth only $20 million?
Yeah. It literally made $20 million in theaters, and it's only been in theaters for like 4
2
days.
days,
I probably spent $20 million on it.
Everyone's loving it. Like adults with kids and kids. So
It's fun when a movie is like that, when it's just a part of the conversation and people they just like it. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be your favorite movie ever. Everybody who's watching is like, wow, that's a really fun movie.
I'm definitely buying all the merch. and if they ever go on tour as virtual holograms, I will go.
That would be cool. That'd be fun. I would go to that.
Who's like that girl with the blue hair that does that?
Hatsune Miku.
Yeah, Hatsune Miku.
That's already like a proven model. Like people sell those shows.
I know. She like sells that like SoFi
and
Stadium.
you're like, that's a
basically
TV
equivalent.
screen, but it's fine. Like I would too.
Well, thanks for listening to this first ever episode of The Rat Chat.
Let us know what you thought of the movie. Did you think of anything that we didn't say? Would love to know.
Thanks for listening. Follow us, Rats on Film Pod, social media, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Let us know if you've got topic suggestions, things you'd like to hear us talk about.
How do you say goodbye in Korean?
안녕히가세요.
안녕히가세요. I tried.
My pronunciation's probably
and you can't.
shit.
I'm
Sorry,
I'm doing the heart.
Yeah, the K-pop
I'm
parts.
doing the K-pop part.
Cute.